Hi, I'm Jeremy Perrot. I'm Worldwide Creative Director for McCann Health, and I'm one of the judges today. The judging today has been incredibly open. Coming in from overseas, the judging that I've been participating in overseas, we've been trying to make a concerted effort to be much more critical on the work. If the ambition is to lift the quality, lift the ideas and lift the effort to do things differently, then today's judging session is part way there. I think 4 years ago the work we're seeing now we wouldn't have seen then. We're moving very quickly because the judging around the world is becoming much more critical. It has people coming in from FMCG like myself and many others across the board throughout Europe and the States with the concerted vision of producing the best work in the world's most difficult discipline. You know, healthcare isn't easy. And as I said, I'm from FMCG, so when you're looking at work or quality of work from a creative perspective, the first thing you have to put away from your logical thinking is the audience, because you're looking at creativity. And creativity has to be expressed in many different ways. We used to just judge it in print, but now it's digital, it's viral, it's video, it's film. We're even judging the quality of the entry videos that are being submitted for integrated communication. So the whole process has become very sophisticated, but today's judging and others are very similar. There's much more discussion, much more questioning, and much more hard line. Is it good, is it bad? If it's bad, leave it, don't discuss it. No one's interested in the hard work. They've got an average idea. They're only interested in how great is the idea, how good is it, and how can we use that as an example to lay down for next year's talent to judge their work by. So what I do see is a lot of attempts to try and be where everybody else is. But the real challenge is to be the person that got there first and has left. And I love that when you start to see work that sets a new boundary and you see a flag on the horizon that's nowhere where everyone else is heading and you look to where that work's going. And that to me is the beginning of a trend that's happening in healthcare. We aren't afraid anymore to use digital, to use viral, to use film, and in a broader term to use content. Forget TV, forget the old discipline titles. It's all new, it's all different. And because of that, the ball game's changed completely. In fact, it's not even a ball anymore. And who says it needs to be a goal? It's a destination. And I love that about what's happening in the industry right now. When you're working for clients who are expecting creative solutions, one of the first things I try to instill in my creative directors when they start going down the traditional and predictable road is to actually hold a client by the hand and say, you know what, the last thing we're going to do for you is what you've asked us. The first thing we have to do is show you what can be done and why we should do it and how we're going to do it. And we shouldn't be worried about the money at this point. This is creativity. And all crazy ideas, all the brilliant thoughts come from pretty wild thinking. And I think when clients get involved at a very early stage, and I try to engage our clients through tissue sessions at very early stages, because again, this is a very conservative industry. Once they get a taste of what it's like to be part of a creative process, the fences will fall down and they're engaged. And that's something I think is very powerful, particularly in an industry that's very much monitored by government and, if you like, almost scared in some cases to do things different in case someone says, hey, that's a little bit left of centre. Every now and then you get a maverick client, and like in all industries, once a maverick client does something different to change the horizon, change the game, everyone else wants to be there. If you think last year Japan had a nuclear meltdown, had a tsunami, the financial crisis, these guys didn't use any of that as an excuse, and yet they produced some of the most mold-breaking work in FMCG and in healthcare globally, and that was brilliant. Same with China, and to a part also India. And it gets back down to the diligence and the want to do things different. It's very much a cultural thing. And if you look at the countries that are doing that, they're the countries that believe and have a passion with clients to get there, and they want to be seen as those leaders. This is a very young industry from a marketing point of view. We're seeing creatives for the first time trying to do things without any real knowledge or expertise. And what's happening is a new trend of young creatives or experienced creators coming from the film and mainstream agency side coming over to the health side and playing in this arena. When I say playing, I'm saying bringing their expertise to work in film, to make ideas stronger, to mentor and think out of the box more. So there's a lot more of that happening, but because it's very young, the work feels a little unpolished yet. And it's where digital was when, 10 years ago, 8 years ago, I remember judging at a show in Hong Kong, and the comment there was, great technology, crap ideas. It's only a matter of time before the ideas and those creating the ideas use the technology in the right way. And in the future, we'll have a technology person sitting next to a creative guy, and the two will merge. And you'll have these guys called creative technologists. They're already kind of out there already, but that will become the norm.